Welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode number 122, recorded on September 7th, 2013. I'm your host, Apple Cider. Hello, everyone. If you are on Justin TV, if you are listening via podcast, hello and welcome. Sandy's here.
Yo.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good.
That's good. We got friends in. We got Rommel. Ew, nasty.
Hi. How you doing?
He angered the grandmas.
I guess. Oh, no more cookie clicker talk. We can't do more cookie clicker talk. It's gonna get dangerous. Yeah. So Rommel from BFG's here. We also have DJ Calcos.
Hello. I can't top Rommel's introduction, so I'm not even gonna try.
Why? You're not gonna just violently clear your throat on the air? I'm having some sinus difficulties. Oh yeah, that's disgusting. Let's not do that. That's
yeah. Sinus difficulties would be preferably unemployed.
Becomes Bronyville cast. So hey everyone, we're back for another week. Who would have guessed? That's fun.
The ride never ends, they see.
Sure doesn't. Sandy, how was your week?
Pretty good. We're revving up lots of things with the con and have some updates a little bit later in the show, and things are looking good.
Yeah.
We got Brony Fanfare here next week, and you've got Sacroni Expo, so...
In the Sacramentos.
Yep.
Rommel will be at that too.
Yes, I will.
And then we'll hang out, and we'll drink, and we'll have spaghetti, and it will be delicious.
Yes, it will.
That's good. So we have both of you, Rommel and DJ, on for Bronies for Good to talk about the upcoming events that I undoubtedly bet you have to reveal.
Yes.
We can go ahead and get straight into the meat of the question, because there's two questions I have to ask every single guest, even recurring guests, when they come onto the show, because it is so horrifically important. The Grand Cookie Matriarch will be displeased if we do not answer this question. So, Rommel, I must know from you first your favorite character and your favorite episode.
Well, let's see. I will go ahead and stay with the popular party line and go with Princess Luna, and I will actually shift party line on this instance.
Ooh.
And say that my favorite episode was the Sleepless in Ponyville.
A good episode.
But still a Luna episode, technically.
Yes. Yeah.
One of, I guess you could say, 3 or 4 Luna episodes.
Yes. If you count the Canterlot Wedding as a Luna episode. Because obviously it is a Luna episode.
Sure, yeah. It's Luna sleeps through everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's the epitome of that picture of her just sleeping while chaos is going outside. DJ.
Hi.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine.
I'm not sure if we've actually talked since the Unipocalypse.
Not at length, no. I mean, we have chatted here and there on Skype, but not like this, so it's good to see you again, man.
No, hi, how are you? Yeah, good to see you, or at least talk to you again, man. I can't entirely see you. You look like a dude in pajamas on my Skype video, so. Granted, that is not you in pajamas, and for an audio listening audience, they wouldn't understand. It's just, what'd you say that was from again?
Pajama Sam.
Okay. And is that Pajama Sam?
It's my OC dressed as Pajama Sam, and the little plush that he's holding is actually Joe the Loaf.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. So, for any of you Pajama Sam fans out there, squee-wiggly. All right, so DJ, I must know favorite character, favorite episode?
Favorite character is Rarity. Favorite episode is Dog and Pony Show.
I don't hear that one much.
I am such a huge fan of that episode. Rarity kicked it. They kicked it out of the park with her writing and the jokes and everything. I'm a big fan of that episode.
And the the number of times that someone has said that one. It's a very good Rarity episode of showing that she stood up. But and I did think the Diamond Dogs were an interesting set of characters, be they bumbling characters. But yeah, All right, good choice. All right, you have fulfilled the need that we have on this episode. We now no longer have to crumble into a billion pieces. So thank you both. And yeah, we're going to be talking about what you kids are doing for Bronies for good, right?
Okay, but before we get to that, there's something very, very important that I must do in this moment now. It is so very important.
We're breaking rank. All right.
Man.
Yep. I will be back momentarily.
Oh, okay. Well, while he is back momentarily, Sandy, go ahead and talk about our sponsors.
All right. As always, we have We Love Fine, purveyors of fine pony merch and everything else. They have lots of various fandom stuff, including a We Love Fine exclusive BMO knit craft thing from Adventure Time, which is kind of crazy.
Cute.
You have to buy, it's one of those things you have to buy a shirt and then you can add him, but it's only $20. So that's kind of cool. If you want a little knit plush BMO, they've added, looks like a bunch of the back to school, the Team Pony things. They've added a Team Luna and Team Rarity, and now they have Team Pinkie Pie, which I think those have been around, but the Team Luna is rather new.
Yeah, those I've seen those for a bit. I'm looking at their news section. They actually have some new Equestria Girls shirts, which, aren't that bad. There's also a Lyra and Lyra shirt that says Believe.
Yeah, there's a Team Muffins with a Derpy and Team DJ Pon 3.
Nobody will ever understand the Believe shirt, but then you'll be like, I know what it means.
I mean, 90% of these shirts are something you have to be aware of what they're talking about. It's like, okay, Star Trek episodes, or that makes sense, but a cat bug, or a cat bug okay that looks like the Dead Mouse logo. You kind of have to know what you're talking about to be aware, other than it's being, oh man, these nerds have weird clothing.
Yeah.
Since when has that ever been not the case?
There's some really cool bee and puppy cat stuff I've been looking at that's on there as well. And I also really enjoyed this Mutants Save Lives shirt that's out there. Just this 1950s style dude with a shirt with Archangel on it. Yeah, it's just a good generic.
Yep. And you can use our coupon code Bronyville10 to save 10% off your purchase. Yay, cut off some of that shipping, because this kind of shipping is bad.
But we promote shipping.
Yes.
Bronyville, constantly promoting shipping every days of our lives.
Yep. Too unprofessional for you.
Assisting. All right, what's this con you're doing, Sandy? And good geez, who are all these people?
All right, first of all, Nightmare Nights Dallas, nightmarenights.net, Pony Convention in Dallas, Texas on November 8th to 10th, 2013. Bit of news on that front. We are now 61 days, I believe, away. We have a running count on our website. 61 days, 20 hours, 28 minutes as of this recording. And we've got a couple final guest announcements. We're announcing GM Barrow is coming as a guest.
Ooh.
She's even waiving some of the cost because she's coming to support the charity. So if you'd like to get your copies of Twilight Sparkles and Crystal Heart spells signed, I'm sure she'll be willing to do that. And she'll be doing a panel or two and just getting to schmooze. So if you'd like to meet this author, and apparently she's a really cool gal, so she will be coming as a guest.
And let's see. Let's go back and see what has she actually done in the grand scheme of ponies. Which episodes?
She hasn't written any episodes. She's the one who wrote the books.
Oh, okay.
She's written all three of the Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, and Twilight kids novels, as well as she's writing a couple other things. I think she wrote like the adaptation of the Equestria Girls and some other stuff.
Okay.
But she's another writer coming, so that's always a bonus.
Okay, cool.
The deadline for panel submissions is September 30th. I've included a link in the show notes that takes you to the panel submission form. If you got an idea and want to run a panel, they don't get approved until you buy a ticket, and not going to guarantee everything because we've gotten some really weird suggestions. But if you'd like to put forth your idea, you can totally do that. Also, we are taking submissions for DJs that would like to come and perform. You get your butt out here, we'll give you a badge, provided you're set is accepted. Zyro from Equestria Daily is our AV lead, and he is the guy to contact. I've included an email, a mail to for him if you'd like to submit a set for consideration. Also,
you're killing me that I can't go.
I know.
If you're a live musician as well,
Like DJ here.
you can also contact him. We're also looking for additional qualified EMTs. Haybuck is our taking a role as an EMT, as she is qualified, and we would like to have more than one. Odds are we won't need an EMT, but you can never be too prepared. We can always use more volunteers, and the ticket prices are going up $10 in a month. So if you're on the fence, you should buy your tickets pretty early. The earlier you buy the tickets, the easier it is on the con.
EMTs are good. No need for a tumbles the stair, Pegasus. So
yes.
There's an inside joke for you. Go look for it, kids. All right.
Well, if it's a Pegasus, they can fly. So Tumbles the unicorn?
Yeah, but so could dragons, so. Tumbles. Anyway, yes, so go check that out. That is Nightmare Nights Dallas. Of course, Sandy is running that, and I actually may be helping in some degree shortly. So, yeah, go check that out. That's Nightmare Nights Dallas coming up on the first weekend of November, and the website is nightmarenights.net.
Yep.
And then I got my business, but everything's cool with that. I've actually got investors now. Hooray!
Yay!
I've got a considerable, well, not a considerable, but I've got the first stages of income coming in, so hooray! Or not income, but loans that I can then use to further the business. So that's looking good.
Cough capital.
Capital. All right, let's see. Rommel, are you back?
Yes, and I have returned with something very important.
Okay, well, we're here for topic time. We've got listed here the seeds. Well, let me not say these in case any of these are sudden, late-breaking announcements that you have. So what's this item that you've brought?
Well, it's actually my Luna plushie.
Oh, is it?
Yes. It was very important. There was somebody at the door, and then I realized, wait, since I'm on Bronyville, I should go get my Luna plushie and then have her here protecting me from
the harm of the announcements you're about to make?
Yes, let's go with that.
Oh no, I'm about to make public announcements for things that our group is doing. I should have Luna here to scold in a loud voice.
Yes.
Luna is Rommel's attorney.
I suppose so.
Yes, she is.
He did list as best pony. All right, so I've got listed here. We've got some stuff coming up for you. Which one of these would you like to hit first? We've got Seeds of Kindness 3 and Nurse Red Heart's Roundup.
Yeah, let's go with Seeds of Kindness 3 first.
Okay.
Well, as some of you already know, others of you may not, and some of you may just be under a rock, which I feel terrible for because that's a lot of you who might be under Tom. So, Seeds of Kindness 3, basically our newest fundraising / altruistic initiative that we got going on. We were able to successfully complete all funding goals for Seeds of Kindness 2, all of your siblings' projects, including augmentations to the Children's Orphanage were funded partially through Galacon and, of course, through donations to that. So basically what we decided to do was, again, progress with the organization of another charity album, in this case, A Beautiful Heart. And from there, we got together, worked with a varying number of artists on the album, had the release party a little while ago. That went out really, really well. And since then, we've just been working on potential live streams and other such fundraising events that come in the future. But the funding goal, again, is going to be basically increasing the scope of the humanitarian projects that have taken root now, taken root in Uganda, which would be Uganda and Burundi, which would be the sustainable village in Burundi and the orphanage in Uganda. The sustainable village in Burundi, we're looking to now basically secure an amount of arable land in addition to what was already allotted within the village, to be able to increase the agricultural capacity of the project itself, and also to hopefully expand into other forms of organic farming for the project itself. And for the children's orphanage, it'll be working towards getting the guest house operation going, so that will be able to ensure the long-term financial independence of the children's orphanage that has been completed out there. So those things have kind of become the central funding focus of our work as of late. And Seeds of Kindness 3, of course, being now a pretty well-recognized name in the fandom, is going to be essentially what we plan to be working to take care of for the next 2 to 3 months with regards to going to conventions now. Hopefully, because we after BronyCon we have to kind of reorganize with new membership and internal changes. So we're hoping to come back strong this fall and winter to be able to basically get some live streams and other such projects going. And in addition to that, we're going to be doing some more musical releases, potentially as like song exclusives or potential PMVs of some of the really, really top tier songs in the Beautiful Heart album, like Just Like You. So yeah, that's pretty much what we have going on with regards to Seeds of Kindness 3. And of course, it will be constantly taking donations for that. And you can go to our website, or you can look for the donation page on the Your Sibling site to be able to go and get your copy of the album, in addition to Les Soldat's companion albums that were released as part of Seeds of Kindness 3.
Yeah, and for anyone that's out there that hasn't heard, that said, Seeds of Kindness does have the albums that come out, and I'd have to assume if DJ's on here that maybe he had some part in that.
I actually did not.
Oh.
I am not a featured musician on the album. Maybe next time. I mean, I know I have collaborations in the works with other musicians because I'm a DJ, not a producer.
Oh, okay.
I mix. Yeah, a lot of people get that wrong, but I am a trained vocalist. I am a singer. So if people need me for vocals, they're like, "Hey, Calcos, can you lay this down for me?" And I'm like,
Give
"Sure,
me a
dog.
fat
I lay
beat."
that down." Boom, boom, yeah.
Pretty fat. Yeah.
So that's what I do. I sing, and I'm actually going to be on, if I may do a shameless plug for Cyril the Wolf. I'm going to be on his next album, which will be releasing whenever the hell he gets on it.
Is there any other kind of plugs than a shameless one? is there? It's like I'm going to do a completely shameless plug. Just going to be like, look at this kitten. Look, it's so cute. That was my plug. Like that would be the only way to do it. Every plug is going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's
every plug is shameless.
Every single one.
+1.
Yes.
So yes. So you've got the album that's out there. So is this available now? If you went and donated.
Yep. So if you go to sock.yoursiblings.org, you can go ahead and do a simple donation, which basically takes you to a secret internet page with secret internet things that has a direct donation link for the A Beautiful Heart album and Les Soldat's companion albums and all previous charity albums that we've done. So Seeds of Kindness 2, Seeds of Kindness 1, and the Smile charity album. So it's a lot of music.
Sheesh, it is. It's 38 tracks.
Yeah.
Just on A Beautiful Heart itself.
Yeah.
38 tracks. Wow. Warblist, going through some of the names here. Wisp, Carbon Maestro, Crazy Oatmeal. I'm trying to catch some of the bigger names that are in there. Macon.
Wow, he's still around?
Yeah, looks
Hey,
like
he's
it.
still around?
Of course, it's still kicking, yeah.
Okay, wow.
He's still around and doing what he can, but of course he's a lot more busy than he used to be with a new waifu. So
He finally he managed himself a tulpa. Aw, congrats.
I meant literal waifu, not fantasy waifu. God.
Oh, Macon, I haven't met you, but I say that only in jest and funny. Don't worry. I say that in jest. Please don't hate me.
It's okay, Cider. Who can possibly hate you?
Plenty. Enough. More than I'd like, but neither way. All right, and so you've got that. So that is out there, and if you just go to broniesforgood.org, you can find the information for the track and get that. You've got the other little note here as well for Nurse Red Heart's Roundup. What about that?
Well, on September 5th, we launched basically one of the first events that we ever did as Bronies for Good, which was Nurse Red Heart's Roundup, which is a community-wide blood drive initiative to get bronies out there, either as individuals or within collective groups and meetups, out to donate blood in different areas, since blood is a very important resource for providing healthcare and for doing transfusions and for being able to support the recovery of folks who have experienced severe amounts of blood loss during accidents or other such operations. So basically, that's the purpose of it. And what we trying to do this time around to kind of mix things up, of course, is to utilize the new PonyChan board that we had collaborated with PonyChan and putting together called /good to be able to basically have folks who do go out and donate within the different services that we had listed on our site, because one of the biggest problems that we had previously was that people were having difficulty in being able to locate blood donation services, and we decided to just go out, find as many as we could, and say, okay, use these to be able to find different locations from where you can go and make your donation. So trying to simplify the process, really. And that in itself, once you go out and do your donation and you kind of make your contribution, you can basically have a little bit of fun taking like a picture of yourself and doing it with like your pony shirt or with a Princess Luna plushie or whatever floats your boat, and have that up.
I'm doing this for you, Luna.
I give my blood for you.
The other people just in line are like, geez, I don't.
Hey,
Please
man.
take my nutrients, Luna. No, not at all. No. I don't want to be associated with that one.
Blood
Nurse
for
Red-
the blood ponies.
Blood for the blood. Okay. Let's.
Nurse Red Heart's Roundup is a very important
Yes, it is.
razor,
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
because one thing that a lot of people don't realize is only 38% of the United States population can donate blood, and of those 38%, only 1/5 actually donate. So a lot of people just aren't aware, or they don't care enough, and if you're in the latter percentage, shame on you. So like it's a really easy process. You go to a van or to a hospital or a doctor's office, and they stick a needle in your arm for 10 minutes, and then they take it out, and then you go and eat cookies, drink orange juice, and depending if the donation is sponsored by a company or outside organization, you get free stuff. Like my local Dunkin' Donuts does a donation drive twice a year, and every time I donate, I get a free pound of coffee. Like, come
that's
on.
not bad.
Yeah, so if you can donate blood, definitely do it, especially if you're type O negative, because type O negative blood can be transfused to all blood types. So if you are type O negative, then let them suck you dry, because you will save a lot of lives that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm O negative, but they still have that ban on gay blood. I'm not going to turn my blood's not going to turn you gay, but they don't want it. Oh well.
Oh, that's not it. That's not the reason. It's,
I know.
It's more practical, but still ridiculous. It's the scare of AIDS and other
Yeah.
sexually transmitted diseases.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Well-
they
It's
test.
a problem. It's a policy problem, and it's one that definitely needs to be changed. And I know that it's sometimes difficult to tie in the political for stuff like this, but if there is such an initiative to be able to make that change, I think it would be for the better, essentially, to remove such a nonsensical restriction, because then you can increase the amount of potential donors who can go in and donate. And I mean, there was a recent case in San Francisco, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah. But now that they test blood and they have tests that take less than 30 minutes, I mean, it's kind of nonsensical since they already test every piece of blood that comes in.
Yeah, exactly. And then another thing that I wanted to kind of make a quick note of was, particularly when doing like blood drives like this, a common phenomenon when it comes to doing blood donations. That a disaster happens, like say like a Hurricane Sandy-esque event occurs, and then a lot of people are like feeling altruistic and feeling the desire to want to help, and then they go and donate blood, and there's massive blood donations that are coming in. But the thing is that the blood is only good for an amount of time. I believe it's ranges from 3 to 5 days, or even maybe a week or to 2 weeks at the most. So there's always that need for blood that's there, and it's important to be able to donate outside of those disaster time frames, because because it is a constant need that needs to be consistently replenished. So that's why we try to have this Nurse Red Hearts Roundup as a means to be able to continue supplying blood towards critical areas that do need it. So all things considered, it is a month-long event, and if you do go through the process we have listed out on our website how to participate within it fully, you do get thrown into this little randomized contest for some prizes. And for those of you who went to BronyCon and plus you donate during this month, you get some special BronyCon exclusive stuff that we procure. Yes.
What exclusive things are they?
Well, they're autographed comics. A few. There's a certain plushie that'll be available. I'm not gonna.
Wait. Wait. Huh?
What?
Huh? A certain plushie? I don't know. We had pre-show discussions about certain plushies. You got to be more specific. Is that a Luna?
Maybe.
Okay, there. That's better.
maybe
Can't
not.
scare me like that, man. It didn't come off the boat of China in really questionable ways. Okay.
Yes. It's nothing obscene. Or
okay,
silly.
good.
Promise.
Good.
I promise.
Thank you, Rommel.
No problem. Ambiguity can be quite entertaining.
It can, especially when the host goes,
God, whoa.
Oh no. All right. What happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show.
Yes.
All right. So, anything else that you want to go ahead and talk about? DJ, you've been rather quiet. How you been?
I'm just sitting here enjoying the conversations. But yeah, on our website, actually, on the Nurse Red Hearts Roundup page, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a whole bunch of registries for both donations in the U.S. Of course, you have everybody's favorite, the American Red Cross and America's Blood and all that kind of stuff. But we also have international. Well,
come on down to our international pavilion. You can get all of your favorite international foods, such as baguettes and
Flea Market Montgomery.
Yeah, pretty much.
And international blood donor registries such as UK and North Wales registries. We have some in Israel. We have Gift of Life in Australia. The Give Blood movement in Sweden. We have Blood Service in France. All over the place. So really, if you do just like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of research and looking up, and you find a place near you, call up the registry, make an appointment, and give.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget, you can always make this a fun meetup too. You can go, you donate blood, have a good time, take some photos, spread the word about it, and at the end of it, you go out and get some nice dinner. I mean, come on.
They give you cookies and juice. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. They're already prepping you. You could just go out and get some spaghetti and some
spaghetti dinners all around.
Yeah,
exactly.
you need those carbs afterwards.
Exactly. See, it's a logical progression.
Drop some Prego on it. It's fine.
It all links back together, man.
It's all around it.
The right way to go.
Illuminati.
Chemtrails, dude. It's all chemtrails.
Soylent Green is people.
This has been the most. I think this has been the most interesting Bronyville podcast we've had. I very well.
I think we're just going off. We've done 120 odd episodes of this thing, and I think we're just finally getting to the point where it's just like, whatever. Let's just go on here. If Pony shows up, that's fine. If not, we're just going to non sequitur until an hour and a half passes.
There you go. There you go.
One more thing you can actually find on the Nurse Red Hearts Roundup post on the Bronies for Good website is we have a board on Pony-chan.
Yep, I did bring that up a little while ago, but yes, we do.
Oh, wow, I'm terrible. Please ignore me. I'll just sit here in the corner.
No, Calcos, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay. I'm a failure.
No, you're not a failure. You're only a partial failure.
And that's supposed to make me feel better?
Sure, why not?
Aren't we all partial failures in some way? look at the cup half full. It's just a really crummy cup.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, everybody that was at Unicon somehow participated in the disaster. So
man.
We're all partial failures.
Oh, jeez. I still say that Unicon was both the worst moment and in some ways the best moment of the fandom.
Oh yeah.
It was Sandy, you should have not, but should have been there.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Was happy to say back in my normal, safe, successful convention.
Your bunker. It was so crazy.
It was,
oh my God.
Definitely an experience.
I wear the war wounds every day.
I've made a habit of bringing my Unicon badge to every BronyCon I go to. It is a badge of honor.
Yeah, and hey, you got Peter New to sign it at Fiesta Equestria.
I did. I got Peter New to sign it. I got Emmy Larson to sign it. I was hoping to get Lee to sign it at BronyCon, but I did not get an opportunity because BronyCon was just madness.
Yeah. DJ, what were you saying?
Never mind. It's not important.
Aw.
I was gonna say it's 8 months in, and yet we're still laughing about it.
Just because it was that insane.
It was.
Oh my God.
It really was.
I gotta say though, I wouldn't trade going to the World just because I got to gamble with Lee Tokar while 20 feet away we were ogling at the strippers.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Yeah, that was the best night of my life, dude. Lee brought so much energy to that table. It was the best.
Oh jeez. All right, so that's Bronies for Good.
We're all just loose cannon.
Well, that sure explains them pretty well. All right, well, if there's nothing else you want, that's again broniesforgood.org, correct?
Yes, broniesforgood.org, at broniesforgood on Twitter, broniesforgood on Facebook. You can always also go to the Your Sibling site where links through that, and then if you want to catch up on any of the announcements, potential project updates that we have coming up, you can just keep an eye out on any of the Pony news media outlets. We have the ability to because we have used coercive means to be able to post on there as we please.
I know. Curse you for being nice to everyone.
Yes.
Unilaterally nice. How dare you?
How dare us for being so altruistic?
I know. All right, well, if that is fine and good, shall we go ahead and move on to the news, kind sirs?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Okay, let's see. News time. First to bring this up, fandom fire status, Sandy? Not a lot going on.
I'm going to say it's a quiet meadow. There's no fire today.
Wow, that's probably the lowest
deers and
fire.
The bunnies are prancing about, just waiting for the day that the Yellowstone caldera explodes and covers them with lava.
No.
But it's not that time yet.
Not that day at this moment, from what we know from current news sources.
I would just like to add that the whole fandom fire status is the best thing you guys have ever done.
Well, because it turned into the most necessary thing after Unicon.
Just good job. Good job.
Just it's fun to do. But yeah, we actually managed to go through Derpy Day without any problem. 9/6.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
The day of the derp.
The day of the derp.
I missed it.
I tried to do something but I didn't really commit to, pushing it all the way through. But I was trying to do hey, contact your favorite staffer in VA and thank them for the stuff that isn't My Little Pony. they've done more stuff than just My Little Pony.
Yes.
So I push that. Some people bit, but for the most part, I might do something more next year. But that's 364
That's a lot of
days away. Yeah.
All of the days.
Yep. 9-6. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go through this. We've got some really not big news to talk about. So there's a fan favorite poll, and I disagree.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm inclined to agree as well.
I was voting for Dress Horse, and Yellowquiet won. I'm kind of sad, but
I was really pulling it for Gembutt, but Gembutt, she just didn't make it.
Yeah.
What were the standings? Like, all I know is that Fluttershy won. What about the other 5?
I don't think that they actually showed that.
I believe in Magicorn. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
Swiggletail, Tree Kicker, Spaz. But nope, Fluttershy won. So they had a Fluttershy episode marathon this last weekend. Yay.
And it was all bad except for Hurricane Fluttershy. That's it.
That's a good episode, though.
What episodes did they play?
Green Isn't Your Color, I'd have to guess.
That's a good episode.
Dragon Shy.
That's a good episode.
I hate that episode. I'm in the minority, but I can't stand Dragon Shy at all.
Putting Your Hoof Down, I would have to assume.
That's a great episode.
Putting Your Hoof Down's okay.
I liked it.
Those
you want to fight, mate? I'll wreck ya.
Stairmaster, I think, hasn't held up as well.
No.
Yeah, Stairmaster's good.
It's all right, but yeah.
Opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like we don't bring those up constantly. Yeah, so Yellowquiet won the favorite pony, which is funny because if you remember back in the day when they were bringing up the character concepts, Fluttershy was the one that was the most, the one that was, I don't know if it was pushed back the most, but it was the one that was the most non-traditional, because it's like, well, she's really quiet and she doesn't say much and she, is extremely timid. And in many cases, they just want a character. If you have a very, feminine character, they want them to be at least a little bit more loud spoken. And I believe that it's kind of funny that she's won the fan favorite even though it was one of those things that she was a concern that she would just be uninteresting, perhaps.
Boring for you.
Yep.
But she has her fans. She is many people's pony waifu. So speaking of, though, the hub is doing pretty good. They're seeing lots of year-to-year gains and lots of key demos. Ponies is doing pretty good. It's still growing. I mean, it's one of those things that Ponies has gotten really big, and it can only grow so much more. I mean, they're still seeing, 30+%, but then they have the adults 18 to 49% demo had an 86% gain year over year. And the regularly scheduled episodes of Ponies are still up like 50% for kids, 83% for girls, and
a bajillion.
Adults 18 to 49, 91%.
GG.
So, I mean, overall, they're still up by another 36%, which is good. And what's really interesting is that the Aquabats is doing really, really well, too. I like the Aquabats. Their show's really wacky. But it's still getting gains. Adults 25-54 got a 200% gain on it, which is kind of crazy. Littlest Pet Shops are doing okay. They're seeing gains. And Shazao is actually getting... Well, I don't know if Shazao really counts because year over year there was something else running in that same time slot. But Shazao is apparently doing all right as well. So, the hub is not a money pit necessarily anymore, which is kind of crazy.
That's good. Maybe at that particular point they'll bring back Dan Versus.
Yeah. Now, the actual percent numbers... people it's taken from an official press release from the hub, so they're not going to go like actual share percents on there, but they're talking about share over year over year. They source Nielsen ratings, but they don't exactly give hard numbers. But yeah, Television. Who watches that anymore?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it would be. I think people have said, though, I think it may be just a tad bit boastful to be like, My Little Pony saved the hub. It definitely didn't hurt it, but
Oh, yeah.
I think that it got it a bigger audience than it probably would have if it hadn't have gotten the hit, and I think it's finally started to get some real legs.
Yeah, like the big thing about TV now is that the smarter executives don't look at Nielsen ratings. They look at a little term we like to call buzz, how much people are talking about it. And out of all of the shows on the hub, I think just because of the really strange fan base, us, ponies get talked about more than any other show on the network. And I don't know if I'm right about that. I have no idea.
Seems about right.
But that's where my money would go if I had to put money on it.
I mean, they've gotten some other good stuff. Like they're now playing the Batman animated series. So good.
Batman Beyond, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain.
So it's kind of turned into what comedy or what Cartoon Network used to be,
which is good.
Yeah, I don't have the access to the information. Ed,
Timo, you like Animaniacs? I never guessed that, huh?
Wow, Timo Warner likes Animaniacs.
Huh.
What a weirdo.
That guy. Hold on. Let me have some Canadian candy while I think about him.
Canadian candy, you say? Is it full of bacon?
No, this is made out of maple sugar.
Ooh.
So it is
Sounds
max Canadian.
Maple.
You need to save me one. Save me one and bring it to Sac Brony.
If I remember, you make sure you message me before I go. I'll bring you a piece of maple sugar. Oh, it's shaped like a leaf.
Funny thing is that I live in the part of America that is basically Canada.
Oh.
Any guesses?
Is it that weird panhandle of Michigan?
No.
No. Is it Washington?
No.
Huh.
Is it Maine?
Correct.
Okay. Wow, you're way in the middle of nowhere.
I am the only Brony in Maine. Oh, that's not true at all, but because I know that
don't lie on my
there's
show.
A whole bunch of sorry, there's a whole bunch of Bronies that live here in Maine, but I would say I'm like the only. This is gonna sound really pompous, but the only notable one.
Oh,
like the only one that.
Excuse me, sir. Who do you think you are?
Excuse me, sir. May I check your privilege in? Excuse me. I just wish to. Let me take your privilege for a moment.
Wow.
Oh my God.
May I check your privilege? That seems to be weighing on you.
I'm gonna move on to the next bit of news. There,
the next bit of Maine. The next bit of Maine is a whole bunch of pine trees and lobster. There you go.
Lobster, eh? So Megan McCarthy, don't believe her lies. Tweeted something that I guess people thought was notable enough, saying that she's loving the places they're taking Rainbow Dash's character in season 4. So many feels. The fact that she said feels makes me kind of sigh. But, oh no, what does it mean?
Megan McCarthy.
Is Rainbow Dash gonna be less of a jerk? Are they gonna make her back into a good character again?
She's gonna die.
Oh. All right. Well, DJ's went ahead and put in the death watch.
Yeah. It'll be like Rainbow Dash loses the ability to fly, and she has to learn, and Scootaloo teaches her a valuable lesson. Then Celestia fixes it, but she doesn't fix Scootaloo. Because why would they do that?
Because raisins.
Because raisins. No, it's because Celestia's a troll.
Now let's see. So they're taking Rainbow Dash places. Yeah, the feels. She obviously has been on the internet a few times.
Yes.
Oh, really?
But what could they do with Rainbow Dash? Yes, making her less of a jerk would be okay.
Maybe they could do more about Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash's interactions.
That would definitely be good.
Maybe some sort of crowning moment with the main 6, or defining moment with Fluttershy, or...
Yes, there's so many good places.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yes.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash. Let's see. Yeah, there's a few places they could go with her.
Rainbow Dash finally learns to dress in style.
Dear Princess Celestia, I really found out I like dresses too much. Help me. Help me.
And then they do a reprise of that song, and yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wait. I think I know it. I think I know what's going to happen.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
She is going to become a Shadow Bolt.
Totally.
Yeah, just good. Sudden heel turn. Yes. Just,
She's going to be like, yeah, the Wonderbolts aren't going to accept me, so I'm going to go join this evil team. Deal with it, nerds.
yeah.
Yep.
Sudden heel turn. And then Rainbow Dash puts Rarity through the chair.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
This is a travesty. Oh, jeez.
The Equestria Wrestling Federation comes to town.
Dude, that would
Oh
be
my
so
god!
hilarious.
If they put a wrestling gag in Friendship is Magic in season 4, I'm gonna. Oh, that's gonna be the best thing.
Oh, and Applejack just put Rarity through the table. Oh my god.
So they're very, very silly people.
Yes, we are. That has nothing. So Rainbow Dash will have a feel. It has nothing to do with Equestrian Championship Wrestling, the ECW.
Hey,
Well, you never know. You never know. Never know.
It would be fun.
So the Brony Can interviews that I think that you were involved with,
I was.
partially AC. Tav St. Germain, Claire Corlett, and Vincent Tong with Ponyville Live and Celestia Radio.
And me.
And you. Yeah, actually, you're wearing that same shirt.
I
in
am.
The Vincent Tong
I can
interview.
prove it was me.
And you're just looking chill.
I am. With my max
So yeah, if you guys
sideburns.
want to check out some of the interviews that have gone up from Brony Can, which was a pretty big success, you should totally check that out over on DHN.
Yep, you can go see those. I've kind of giggled the fact my interview was one of the longer ones. It's actually at 17 minutes, and we get into everything from his career to the times that he has been in drag, and and he did a rendition of the Birdcage, so
Sweet.
That was pretty hilarious. And then his feelings about Brad, and everyone feeling that Brad takes particular characters from them. So it's a particularly good interview. And you can just catch it easily. Hey, the link's on the show notes. How easy is that?
Even better.
Let's
Flipping a table.
Yep, sitting at a table, just talking, just having a good time. And yeah, there's also an interview with Claire Collette, the voice of Sweetie Belle, done by Silver of Ponyville Live. And yeah, our friend that we didn't even know was coming from Celestia Radio, showing up and doing a brief interview with Tabitha St. Germain. So that was really cool. Yep. All right, so let's see. Brony Can interviews. So what is this true ending?
What?
Huh?
What?
TRU, Toys R Us, is getting rid of gendered toy labeling in the UK. Basically, it's not necessarily pony related, except it kind of is. According to Toy News Online, there may be some pretty major changes on the horizon in the world of toys. Thanks to the Let Toys Be Toys campaign, Toys R Us is joining a number of other retailers in Europe in axing the concept of labeling specific toys based on gender. Signage around the stores will display both girls and boys playing with the same stuff. Whether this means an end to the pink aisle, which is looking for a black and dark blue thanks to the newer pony stuff lately, or not remains to be seen. That was posted by old Seth. So that's interesting. I mean, they've been doing this in Europe for a while, where they have the boys are playing with the toy houses and the girls are playing with the grills, and there's a kid Spider-Man outfit pushing a dolly, because why not? It's just sort of like let the kids play with what they want and not necessarily stuff them into toy gender roles.
The giant pink aisle at Toys R Us.
Yeah, the giant pink section of the store. It's sequestered away from the boys.
Oh, keep the Nerf guns as far away from this area as possible.
Yeah, except now they make girl Nerf guns.
Oh yeah, they're like bows and arrows.
They're
and things.
black and pink and blue.
Yeah,
They have this pretty. They're girly, but they're like, yeah, they're still Nerf guns.
Sweetie, do you need a customized Nerf gun? Do you need one that's pink and black, or will a regular Nerf gun work for you? Okay, so, see, Starry doesn't like pink. She just wants a normal Nerf gun.
Yeah, I saw that really girly Nerf gun. It really made me mad. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm shooting
Starry language.
Oh, sorry. And plus, with the pink gun,
This is why we can't have nice things, AC.
it's more visible than a regular Nerf gun. They will totally see me with that pink thing.
What did I start?
I
But she has a
I think
point.
you're-
You would see her better. You would be able to find her a lot easier because her gun is blazing pink.
I think that's hysterical because I'm the one with the potty mouth.
Actually, that can be contested.
God.
Yeah. Don't let. That's why we haven't done a Starry show since. Just too many use of the sensor.
Oh my god.
Hey, Sandy, convenient transition. What's the next bit of news?
Well, that's toy reviews. Hey, AC, did you pick up anything cool lately that isn't a Nerf gun that'll set Starry off again?
Absolutely. So we did a stop at the local, Target and Toys R Us, picked up some stuff. First thing I'll go ahead and bring up is I got some of the blind bags. So the series was 8 blind bags now. The translucent.
Did you get Flim and or Flam? Oh, you got both of them.
I have both of the Flim Flam brothers. Traveling
And-
Sales Ponies Non-Pare. Have
Gilda.
them picked up a see-through, and all these are somewhat translucent, so hence the kind
just
of...
make them regular, please.
And here's a Fluttershy that looks like Rainbow Dash.
Well, you're holding up the Gilda.
There you go.
Wow, she's like, it's neon ponies.
But yeah, to give you a feel, actually Gilda does the best with this, but I've got a laser pointer here, and it does some really crazy stuff, so I'm just going to shine this from the other end. Let's see, there we go.
Yep. I have a glowy...
Glowy Gilda.
Ooh. Wow.
Kind of
Her
fun.
heart burns with passion.
I know.
I thought that your post about the card from one of the Flim Flam brothers, the one who loves you.
So yeah, each of the blind bags. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have if I can find her, there she is. They actually have a translucent Granny Smith with her walker as well. That's pretty good. I'm putting that up now.
Walker. Wow.
Yeah, it's
She's mega green though. Super green,
looks like a Jolly Rancher.
pretty much. But yeah,
I guess
I love the art of her card.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like for instance, here's Granny Smith's cards. Granny Smith is famous for baking apple pies. Yep, that one. Let's see. Flim Skim, which I guess Skim is actually his full last name, of the Flim Flam brothers, loves to sing. Oh, all right. And Flam of the Flim Flam brothers loves apple cider.
Oh man,
I guess that explains all the bundles of roses and long-winded poetry.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But we're rivals. We can't. Flam, we
I
just
ship it.
can't.
I ship it.
Flam, we can't. We can't.
I'm still shipping it.
Starry will murder us both.
I'm shipping that thing to Krakatoa. I don't care what you say.
Stop it. Stop it. I also picked up the newest fan favorite set, so I will go in order. I have a regular size brushable dirt mare. Fan favorite.
Ghost Mare.
The fan favorite is here. I have Sandy's totem animal, Elira.
Yep.
I forget the name of this one, but she's one of the fashionable Canterlot ones.
It's Lyrica.
Lyrica, there you go. So have Lyrica. This wasn't part of the set, but I picked up a Sunset Shimmer because reasons. Why
Yeah,
not?
I haven't seen any of her in the wild in a while.
She comes with that stupid mask. Take the mask off, and she looks normal.
I like the luchador ponies.
She's part of the ECW as we were talking about.
It'd be kind of funny if she shows up in season 4 as like this background antagonist who tries and tries and tries, but she always gets. She has to team up with Trixie, and Trixie's like, "But I like Twilight. What are you going on about?"
Yeah, so she turns into the Dr. Claw equivalent of the series,
or the Monarch.
Just you want it completely inept. So yeah, I have a very very floofy shining armor.
Ooh, that is a very floofy.
He's maximum floofy.
Yeah, he's got like troll hair.
He does. He very
Yeah,
much has troll hair.
He looks like he just went to Hawaii.
He's
He's
maximum
surfed.
windswept, actually. Just,
Yeah, you need to get like a little surfboard. There you go.
it would work with
Yeah,
him,
there-
especially with his voice. And so, the villain of the set
Chrysalis.
is Chrysalis.
They didn't try at all.
Yep.
Oh no.
So, this is Chrysalis. May we show you the transparent wings that are painted on? Shall we show you the holes that are simply just
Stickers.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, shall you look at her carapace, which is just this weird green harnessy thing?
Yeah, and they just used the basic princess mold, so she still has the hoof boots. They're molded on, but they're not painted.
Heck, her eyes are barely even like the weird. They're only barely like slotted.
Yeah. Well, you can always get like a Dremel and fix the
You sure could.
whole thing if you
Yeah.
really wanted to.
Yeah.
I think there's only one proper response to this. Bada, she's a witch.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a base, I guess, but people would have to work pretty hard to make a custom off of that.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
mean-
you would need to replace the wings. You'd probably want to redo the carapace. You would want to Dremel out the holes. You would probably want to
Sand off the boots.
Yeah, because there's boots. If you just look, the boots are totally
Yeah.
still molded on there. You can see the
Yeah.
outline a little bit. So, yeah,
know-
it's, you know what,
All I'm
it's
gonna
a difficult.
say
It's a difficult.
is-
It would have been a custom mold, so I understand it somewhat, but it is still kind of like meh.
Yeah.
Hasbro was counting on us paying $35 for a derpy brushable, and they succeeded.
No, the derpy is definitely cute. She needs her hair fixed, but she is definitely cute.
Well, it was a money grab, but it's a legitimate derpy from Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh.
mean,
And I forgot one. There is though you could have gotten her before. There is a diamond tiara in there, so there's two villains.
yeah.
Those eyes.
Yep. Oh, and there also is there's actually a really cute
Actually, hold up the diamond tiara again. I think she has the villain has only one eye shine.
No, she has two.
Oh, because that was like part of Trixie's design. She only had one eye shine, where the main characters have two.
No, she's got two eye shines.
She's still an evil little monster pony.
She pretty much. I do have there is actually the cadence looks pretty good, though she's still
Yeah.
over there. She looks all right, but I don't know. I don't regret it. I mean, at least having a chrysalis is kind of cool, and I would require having an expensive custom to actually have that, but meh. Overall, I don't mind spending it.
Yeah. The thing you should
And-
do for fandom.
Pretty much. So yeah, my purchases now. I am just waiting for the Sweetie Drop / Bonbon to arrive, so I can have a Lyra and Bonbon sitting to each other, and are like totem animals connect.
Yay! Yes, mine are on my top shelf, and they're next to each other with the rest of the other 6 Funkos. I'm gonna keep buying them as long as they keep making them, though, because they are kind of the best piece of merchandise they're putting out.
Oh, and actually, I forgot. There's one more thing I purchased, and this will actually be something I will be at Sack Brony. I'll actually be giving out or doing something. Actually, Sweetie, could you grab it? It's right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, once 3D printers become more commonplace, people can just make their own customs with a 3D mesh.
Except that
I
will
know
be
that,
max illegal, but they'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. I know a friend of mine by the name of Cider who is
Wait, huh?
Other cider.
Oh.
Alternate cider.
Wait.
other side. Yeah.
Oh.
He is a wonderful PhD scholar from Australia. He is actually one of the a researcher within the field of 3D printing, and he's really working on some pony designs with 3D printers. It's pretty neat.
Cool. All right. Well, I have one more thing in this. I said I'm going to probably give out at Sack Brony Expo, probably as a gift or if they're doing a auction. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at their events yet. But Sandy, remember last week when I brought up that really weird cupcake thing?
Yeah.
Guess what? I got another one.
Oh God.
And this one's of Muffin Mare.
Oh, it's so meta and weird. I don't like them at all. It's like the baby. It's like the derps, or not the Funko Pops. They're hideous.
But I have one. But it is definitely a, just as it is on the side, it is a derpy that is a cupcake.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be a muffin?
No, because they're cupcake keepsakes. Store the cupcake pieces inside of their cupcake heads. Frosting lid opens. And it's a derp mare.
Wow. Just a long extended wow.
Well, the reaction is that either half of the people go, "That's really cute," and the other half goes, "Ah, why?" So it applies to half. Though her hair is translucent, which is also kind of weird.
I guess that's a redeeming factor.
So, yep, that is the review of the stuff. Probably won't have, well, we won't have stuff next week unless we pick up things at Sack Brony. So yeah, that is, and you pick up stuff at BFF. So next week's going to be weird because we'll have to figure out what we're going to do for a show.
Yep. Hey, I might, if I have internet at the hotel, maybe I can bring a laptop with Skype.
Mm-hmm. And I should be recording or doing something with Dusty Cat up there at SAC, so I may also record that as well. I think we're doing a Stay Bronyville Friends, is what we're tentatively calling it.
Oh, is that your panel?
Yeah.
I saw that on the panel listing. I was like, I wonder if I should go to that.
Probably not. Nah, just a bunch of jerks are going to be there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just these guys.
This guy, yeah, Apple Cider, man. This total
No,
jerk.
yeah, and a girl will be there. I guess Starry's going to decide to show up.
Oh, maybe.
That's.
Yeah, just like normal, Starry will just sit there and glare at me for an hour and a half. All right, well, that takes care of the news that we've got. Sandy, we got some fanfics that I guess some of our fans have sent in.
Yes, actually, a couple of these. So this one, the first one is These Blue Wings by Chernabog. It's actually a rather, I say old, I think, except it was started in November 2012, so it's almost a year old at this point. So in internet time, that's ancient. It's a romance slice of life with basically Twilight Sparkle screws up a spell and swaps Rainbow's wings onto AJ and makes Dash an Earth Pony. This was suggested by Nighty. He linked it after the Megan McCarthy tweet where it was like there's so many feels, and he linked that to her. And I was like, yeah, why not? These Blue Wings. So it's actually completed. It's only 66,260 words, so it's not a very long read. I'm still kind of have a hankering of doing some fanfic reading. I might tackle this one. It's pretty short. It'll only be like maybe 6 hours total. Who knows? So that's the first one. It's pretty highly rated. It's got 1,871 thumbs up and 43 thumbs down, and it's complete. So that's the best kind of story, a complete one.
You can finish it.
Yes. The next one was sent in by Bronyville, and it's a short comedy story titled "How Many Princesses Does It Take to Change a Light Bulb?" And the synopsis is: have you ever been so angry that you turned your faithful student into a princess? It's a really short 7,689 words, single chapter, complete story. Looks pretty funny, and it has the cover image is Cadence as a light bulb for a head. So there you go. There's a couple fanfics for you. Check them out.
I got one, but I just need to go into my history and dig it up real fast.
Okay.
I actually have one too. I don't know if it was ever sent in.
Well, go ahead and bring them up.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yay!
I do like the light bulb one you just brought up. The one of the people on here said, "Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned never to trust a princess with a light bulb." Best lesson ever. They do now. They have arcade cabinets, which would have to have some form of capacitive. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Firefly.
It's magic.
Oh, that's a cop out.
Oh my god!
Everything's magic. Unicorns. Ugh.
I've got my fic here.
Okay, go for it.
It is my absolute favorite fanfic of all time. It was made by the Swimmin' Brony, and it is a fanfic called "The Things We Leave Behind," and it's a story about Twilight. There's a twist that I can't reveal in it that actually was written in a way that you're supposed to figure it out, which is really cool. But she leaves Ponyville for 1 year, and she comes back, and she looks how everything is different, how things have changed, and it's a really emotional story. It's a fairly lengthy read, not super long. It's 23,097 words, one chapter. And it has a really good ratio of upvotes to downvotes. Downvotes are 24, upvotes is 1,038. And I recommend this read above all others. I absolutely love this thing.
Does it give you the feels?
It gives me the hardcore feels.
Friendship for the feels.
Yes. I actually, when I used to DJ on Celestia Radio, I was bored one day, and so I decided to read it aloud. And I was crying on air. It is that good.
Can we get the audio clip for that and leave that as our outro for the week? It's just a loop of you sobbing. It's so beautiful.
I didn't record it. I think when I get motivated enough to, I want to record a reading with music and put it up on YouTube at some point, but I haven't bothered to do it yet, and one of these days I'll read it because a lot of people have asked me to, so
Okay, so I got one that I've been reading recently among the many other more drier social theory textbooks that I've been reviewing. It's called A Voice Among the Strangers, and it's by Star, and here's a bit of the synopsis. Jessica finds herself flung into a world she has little concept of. Everything is strange and new to her, but worst of all, she cannot communicate with the native inhabitants. Our world of monsters and sapient ponies, griffins, and other assorted beasts is no place for a human girl. So this is one of the few human in the Equestria fics that I've seen where, the main human can't actually communicate with the ponies. It's all essentially a body language or subtle behavioral cues that kind of are used to tell the story and to progress the narrative as she's going through initially, and this might be a little spoilery, as she initially gets captured and then paraded around as this odd oddity that exists in the world, and initially gets freed and befriends a changeling of all creatures, and later ends up in Ponyville. But it's a really, really good read, and it's a really interesting take on a human in the Equestria, the human in the Equestria ploy. So I really recommend it. It's a little long, though. It's about 205,112 words in total, so it's something you can't sit down and read in one sitting. You have to...
Yeah, that's... I'm continually impressed with the amount of writing that people put forth. I mean, 205,000, that's a really long novel.
Yeah, it's a novel. It's really, really good. And there's actually a follow-through series because this one's told from the perspective of the main character, Jessica, but there's a follow-through. I don't know the name of it offhand, but it's then told instead from the perspective of the ponies, including the changeling that she befriends, and then some of the main six and other ponies that she encounters along the way, as with their interaction with the human, if you will. So it's pretty good, and if you like a little bit of adventure, a little bit of kind of social psychological interaction, and a bit of drama and feels as well. I would highly recommend this one.
So many feels.
Yep. Sweet. So,
yeah, go check those out. The links are all in the doc right now, so if you want to check any 4 of those suggested fanfics that we got this week, you can just go over to bronieshow.com, find the episode where this is brought up, hit the annotation there that says, hey, I want to go ahead and check out the show notes, and you can get to everything that we've talked about earlier on the show easily through the doc. All right, Sandy, you know what time it is?
it's email time.
Yes, besides being about 3:30 your time,
it's
emails.
be like, it's Brony time?
Yeah.
Wait, it's Pony time.
Yeah, Brony time.
AC and Sandy. Wait, they're going to be mad.
Shameless plug number 2.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I was wondering. It's like, wait a minute, where's Alpha and 5 Iron? It's the wrong show.
They're around here somewhere.
They're going to hear this and go, they talked about us again.
Yes.
Did you hear? Alpha, did you
just
hear?
wait.
They
One
talked
day
about
we'll
us.
surprise everybody and be like, we'll be Brony time, and they'll be Bronyville.
Oh,
and we'll
that would
confuse
be so
everybody
good.
Forever.
Yeah, what would be great would be just like 5 Iron and Alpha just doing the Bronyville podcast, so then you and Sandy doing the Brody Time podcast.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be quite the mix-up.
We'll have to give it some time until everyone's forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
If we do it too soon, everyone just expects it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cut all this conversation from the show. No, you don't have to. Anyway,
Tim O'Warner actually made a really good suggestion. Do it in April.
God,
Yeah.
that sounds like a terrible idea. Shh. We can't possibly do that. Shh. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Sandy, we have emails.
We do indeed. All right. You can always email us at bronyville@gmail.com. We read everything that gets sent in.
And we
Even the
have
advertisements.
and we
yeah,
have
usually.
3.
Well, we read them. That doesn't say we read them on air.
Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're not entirely ready to be on air. So if a email does not come up, please do not be offended. It's just one of those things of we looked at the content and went, I'm not sure this can make it. So, maybe can make it more concise or make it less spaghetti. One of the two. And we can go ahead and talk about it on air. We would love to. Trust me, we would love to talk about every single one of your adorable topics. So I'll go first. Sandy will go second. And we got a itty bitty teeny weeny one that we guess we'll let Rommel do that one.
Oh, actually, I do need a link to the show notes because I.
For shame. Actually, I put it in the chat just a moment ago.
Oh, in the
in the Justin.tv/Bronyville podcast chat.
Yes, I found it. Aha, yes.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and pull this laptop back over onto my lap, and I'll go ahead and start reading this first email. Hello now, Metric AC and Chef, the great and powerful loose cannon and out loud reader of stuff, Sandy. First off, let's get the second thing out of the way first. Audiobooks. I like a good audiobook, and there are some MLP audiobooks out there, but not that many compared to most other Brony things. So, when a Brony on YouTube said they had tried out for some audio plays without any luck and would like to do something, was quick to suggest that they do a reading of a non-sad MLP fanfic, as I thought his voice would be good for it. Within a day, he contacted me telling me he was interested in doing a dramatic reading. But what to read? What's a good story that people would like to hear? Well, we talked about one earlier. So now I ask you guys, girls and undecided, to help out a fellow Brony. What is a good story that hasn't been done and you would like to hear read? For some that is already out there to look at mlpaudiobooks.net, which I'm going to need to check out. And now the first thing I was going to write about. Well, let's get to that one. Any stories you guys know that are good? Besides the one that we had mentioned just a short while ago.
Let's see.
Let me. Okay. I know. The one that I suggested. That one's not that great. Let me think. God, I used to read fanfics all the time back in my early days of the fandom. That was about a year and a half ago. but my goodness, it's been forever. Let me
Wow,
think.
Mike the Mike read Sweet Apple Massacre.
That's what I was thinking, because I back at Unicon I suggested Mike read Tom Hanks in Equestria, because that, again, I was a part of Celestia Radio, and that was sort of like Celestia Radio's theme story at the time. And Stu was like, yeah, I'll read it. Friggin' 2 days after the con, I see it on his YouTube page, and I'm like, oh my god, he did it.
They actually completed Fallout Equestria. It's 62 hours long.
Yes, let's lie in a coma for 3 days and absorb it.
It's a lot of absorption.
There was a really short fanfic that with a punchline. It was great, and I can't remember what it's called.
I found
Spiders is.
I recommend.
No, it's not that.
The Battle of Bookfort. That one was a good one.
No boy, you can catch past sins. Get your feels ready. 22 hours. Oh, so many words.
Oh, there was a Human in Equestria fanfic that I loved back in the day. Okay, if anybody in the chat, or if you, Cider, Sandy, or Rommel know what this is, please tell me, because I can't remember the title. There's a soldier in the year like 2500 or whatever.
Yeah, I know what fic you're talking about. Shoot, what is that one called?
They're battling in a space warfare thing, and they go through a portal into Equestria, and there's only 2 survivors, both on 2 sides of the war. And so I believe it's Rainbow Dash, Twilight, Rarity, and Applejack are there. They witness it, so they go to the scene, and the first thing they see is 2 humans trying to kill each other, and one of them wins out, presumably the protagonist and the good guy. But the 4 of them are extremely horrified at this, so they detain him, bring him to Celestia, and from there they kind of learn about how war works and the differences between Earth society and Equestrian society, and how conflict works. And it's a really neat introspection to war and peace. And I can't remember what it's called. See, Rommel, I thought you'd know this, because this story would be right up your alley. But if anybody knows what this is, please let me know.
Oh, I've got another one too that I think would be really, really good as an audiobook. A Drop of Moonshine. That one's. Have you heard of that one?
No, I haven't heard of that one. I'm looking. I'm doing some searches on film fiction to try and find something in the what's hot. In the what's hot area. That's probably a good one to go check something on there. If you want something completely bizarre and non sequitur, try Suck It Up, Dashy, the one where you're trying to clean up your house and Rainbow Dash keeps getting in the way of your vacuum cleaner.
Or another Rainbow Dash theme one, Rainbow Dash Ship with Everything. I think it is, or Ship with a.
There was a good one a while back that was a great play on the fact that everything had to be a ship fic. It was the one where Cheerly would simply go out and notice that everyone was getting obsessed that, oh no, they talked to that person. They must be going out. No, we're just talking. You were within remote proximity. They must be lovers. No.
But yeah, definitely using film fiction, you can do some good searches, and of course, Equestria Daily usually posts some decent fan fiction from time to time. So
I would suggest finding a complete fic. That would be your best bet, because nothing would be worse than starting an incomplete fic and it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be kind of butts.
Yeah, maybe it's something not too long too.
Okay, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, not something too long too for your first run, so you can kind of get a good practice for that.
Yeah, I would say Sunny Skies, but I noticed from that list that somebody's already done Sunny Skies. So if you're trying to do something brand new that no one has, you might need to just pair it against the MLP audiobook stuff. So, all right, let me hit the rest of this. And now for the first thing I was going to write about, commissions. If you have ever tried having one done, go do it. Ask an artist on the internet what you like, and they're willing to do a simple sketch for you for $10 or $12. If you like what you get for the money and working with the artist, then maybe next time you have an idea for a commission, have the artist do the line art piece, or even as a color piece. Line art will likely cost you twice as much as a sketch, and the color piece likely even pricier. It is always a good idea to talk prices first. Is going to be a fixed price or something like a retainer. Note that many good artists starting out will end up spending more time on your piece than what you were paying for, not even counting the materials. Therefore, if you get something that looks like a $20 sketch, but the artist is only asking for $10, maybe pay them $20. I've had commissions done for as little as $10 and as much as $150. It's always felt great to have someone turn the idea of something real, even if it turns out a little different than you thought it was going to be. Go watch Suited for success. And for the short time you're making your commission, they are your employee, you are your employer, or you are their employer. They work for you and almost go mad enough with power. Now go back to finding some fics that you will like to read. Cheers, Twisted Haywire, or Twister Haywire, as they wrote it this week. Yeah, I've done plenty of commissions over the time, and yeah, in many cases you get what you pay for. Pretty much.
I mean, I've had a really rough history of commissioning, so I don't do it. I just don't.
You just
I
stopped.
like completed stuff. I'd be like, that's cool, I'll buy it, but I don't commission folks just by virtue of how many times I've gotten burned.
See, I usually end up just befriending artists and then using them. Like, and I don't mean using them as in like going like, hey, we're now friends, draw me free things. I'm like, hey, we're now friends. When's your next opening? Because I really have this cool idea and I know I love your artwork. And and they still get paid. And then I can still harass them because they be friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because reasons.
I've never had a problem with commissioning. I do like to commission whenever I have something that I need or want, but lately I haven't felt the need to commission because I'm really good friends with the artist Puppy Doctor on DeviantArt. I've been friends with her forever, and because she makes really good art really quickly, I just ask her to do it and she does it. And it's really interesting because it's really neat to just bounce ideas with her, because in an hour it'll become reality.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had a friend totally like that. I mean, he's a professional artist. You know, his commissions can go for several $100s. You know, full color and everything. And which technically, if you go by artist terms, if you're doing a actual real professional work, that can get into several thousand if it's not for fan stuff. So still. But yeah, there was just one con we were going to, and some of the people I was with at the time were just like, man, it'd be cool if we had like a picture to go on our door so that way they knew who was there. And in the drive up, he just drew this masterpiece because we were doing WoW at the time. So it's like all of our characters just dressed up like they were the WoW characters. And just like my character's just this massive, huge guy with a huge pole arm and crazy armor. And, his character's just this little guy with knives. And it was friggin' crazy. I'm just like, do we have to pay for that? Nah, she said that she just wanted something on the door. I was like, we can't put this on the door. This is fantastic.
This will get stolen.
Yeah, somebody will just go, oh, I don't want this. So.
If there's one thing I'll say about commissions, though, if you commission an artist, please do not be super specific. Because if you're super specific with the drawing, they're going to have a hard time, and the drawing's not going to come out as well as you want it. Just make a topic, maybe put in some suggestions, just bounce ideas around with the artist, talk to the artist, and like communication is a big thing. Constantly communicate with the artist, bounce ideas, see if this would work, but always be vague. Let the artist do their thing, because if you let the artist get creative with your requirements, then it'll come out better than you've ever imagined.
I.e. suited for success. Absolutely. If you just anytime I've commissioned in the past, it has been just like, here's the idea, this is how the character looks. This is kind of a gist that I have. You're the creative one. You're the artist. You know what looks good. Just go nuts. I don't care. Don't ask me. Have fun.
Yeah, artists are not photocopiers. Don't treat them like that.
There have been some terrible people. My one artist friend who had had cases of a committee actually going over a commission, and it'd just be like, yeah, that needs to be changed, that needs to be modified, the foot needs to be twisted a little bit this way, that fabric needs to fold a little bit more this way. And it's just by the end of it, it's just like, I'm done. I'm not doing any more revisions. Forget it. So
this is what you get. Deal with it, nerds.
pretty much. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Sandy, who's our next emailer? Oh, by the way, I just noticed a PS. G1AJ is best wizard killing pony this week, and for fanfics, go read and listen to Pinkie Pie Watches Paint Dry. It is 2,500 words of what happens if you overthink things. Sandy, your turn.
All right. Dear Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, Starry Night, and best guests. Peregrine again. I was always wondering about how much homework you guys have to do being the pro podcasters that you are. By that I mean, how much geeky fan-based media stuff and internet do you have to do to keep up on, or do you have to keep up on beside ponies? I know you guys have mentioned many other shows such as Doctor Who and also drop references to video games, comics, and other popular works. I myself often feel out of the loop for not knowing about certain things, but I also don't have all the time in the world to be checking out all these crazy series, although I wish I did. Besides, anything pony takes priority anyway, but I do make a point to at least look up on anything you guys mention to see what it is, like that Night Vale thing. I admit I'm a bit intrigued, but I'm not so sure yet. I think you guys could totally take them though, because you guys rock. Woohoo. Your faithful listener, Peregrine. P.S. Button's Adventures pilot is my favorite episode, and Button's mom is best pony.
Hey, Sandy, have you been watching any anime recently?
Oh, man. Let me tell you about Madoka.
I've been just watching you just lose your mind on Twitter on that series. I've just been loving it. I don't want to watch it just based off of what you've said, but that sounds amazing.
Oh, it is such a messed up series, and it's dark, and the implications of so much stuff is just
So explain as much as you can about that, I guess.
Okay, so basically, when I went to Anime Fest last weekend, I was like, that sounds cool. I'll watch that. Because it showed up in the AMV contest a bunch, and it looked kind of sweet. But it was... it's basically a Magical Girl series, except it's a deconstruction of the Magical Girl genre. So, basically... these girls are chosen by this little white cat thing named Kyubei. He grants them a wish in exchange for a contract. And, because making contracts with telepathic white cat things that grant wishes is always the wisest idea. And basically, it's how these girls react to becoming magical girls, and the implications that are slowly revealed as the series goes on to what it actually means.
It sounds like it got much darker than you ever thought it would be. Yes,
as I tweeted, it's all fun and games and psychedelic monster fights until somebody gets their head bitten off. It's only a 12-episode series, and it's on Crunchyroll if you really want to do it. I mean, I'm the kind of guy that watches Attack on Titan in 1 or 2 episode bursts because it's either boring or a bit too intense, which is kind of weird. But it... this one I decided I'm going to just marathon half the series this evening. And that was a mistake. I just didn't know what to do after a while.
And which is funny because it just looks like your standard Magical Girl series.
It is for about 3 episodes, and then it's not.
And then it's the proverbial fan.
As someone says, it's for magical girls what Evangelion the original is for giant mechs.
Oh yeah, this is a mech series. Oh geez, what? I just came to watch robots punch things. Oh no. Let's see. Well, I'm wearing a Minecraft shirt right now, so Minecraft.
Yeah. And I watch shows like Burn Notice, and I read a lot of stuff on the internet and play video games. And I mean, it's like I'm a nerd in very, very many ways. So, just because I do a show about ponies doesn't mean I'm not interested in a lot of other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do a show about ponies?
Yeah, it's
right?
kind of
How
weird.
Strange. People like this cartoon. I don't get it.
It's a thing.
How creepy.
It's a thing.
Yeah, I watched some stuff on Fox News about it. I'm not sure.
Oh, man.
In other news, water is wet. Police are baffled.
Huh. Let's see. Minecraft. Cookie counter. Cookie clicker. Yeah, that. More.
I'm still on it.
Get more cookies. I'm at 1 billion cookies right now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I'm finally done with Tropico. I've reached a bug on that I can't overcome. I'm just like, you know what? We're good, Tropico. We can we can go past.
Yeah, and the thing is like I've been told that my Crunchyroll queue is kind of messed up. Just by virtue of its varying. So I have Magica, Madoka Magica, then Attack on Titan, Makai Uji, Devils and Realists. Then I have Free, Iwatobia Swim Club, and Fate Zero. And then I also have Idolmaster and Dog Days. So I have this complete, like, there's this really grim and dark and violent, and then cute girls doing cute things, yeah! My queue is weird.
Now, you were saying, DJ?
What was I saying?
Sorry.
Actually, I wanted to ask this Cider, what Tropico? Because I am a
Tropico 4.
Ah, yes, Tropico 4. I was just going to get started on playing that today because I was going to download it. But any tidbits I should know?
El Presidente is best Presidente.
Yes, he is, because I played Tropico 3 quite extensively, so I am looking forward to becoming El Presidente otra vez.
It's been fun. I've been enjoying it. It's definitely after the disappointment that was SimCity, I finally got a sim game that I'm like, okay, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Cider, if you're willing to get back into Civ, I will buy all of the DLC next week when I get paid so we can play.
Dude, I got all the DLC. What you talking about?
No, I'm saying I will buy all the DLC.
Oh, okay.
For myself.
All right. I got it all set up. I haven't even played with like the Brave New World stuff, so I don't even know how that's going to happen. The whole espionage and that stuff kind of underwhelmed me for what it was, so that was kind of weak. All right, well or you go ahead.
Yeah, I said I was getting back into Civ, and I want to get the DLC when I get paid, because I have $50 left on my PS4, and once that's done, we're good.
All right, that works. I actually might be selling my consoles just to get a beefy machine, so since everything's about to change up. Yeah, Starry! That's right! Woo! All right. I know. All right, well, let's go ahead, and I think that handles all those pieces and enough video game talk for right now. We have a micro email.
I got this. Hey, Bronyville.
Hi.
If you ship Big Mac and Fleetfoot, do you get Bigfoot? Digit sign.
So that is, if you ship Big Mac and Fleetfoot, do you get Bigfoot? And thank you for your emails. You can always email across us at bronyville@gmail.com.
The answer is you get Fleetfoot Mac.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hot drops.
You just okay. My mind is on the floor right now. I don't know about you. I'm about 2 seconds away from puking and questioning my existence.
Yes.
Oh, come on, man. It's not that bad. It was an expected progression. I mean, we all knew that was the ultimate outcome of that question.
I mean, it was in the comic book, guys.
Yeah, come on.
I don't remember.
After that landslide, you can always send emails across to us at bronyville@gmail.com. You can even leave ones like that and cause our our guests extreme pain, I suppose. Are you going to be okay there, DJ?
I'll be good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and thank all of our fans that have helped us out, donated across, and also left us iTunes reviews. Sandy, could you find out where we are in the number of reviews? But I show that our 5-star iTunes Bronies this week on the U.S. store is Desert Nocturne and our good friend from the Brony Time podcast, 5 Iron. Ooh, he said my name again. Wee. Oh my God.
I need to play more Hat Simulator.
I've run out of comics to do that are about sharks.
We have 817 ratings.
Good job. Thanks, everyone. Please make sure you keep us up there on iTunes because we always appreciate that, and we're constantly up there in the TV and movies, and we really appreciate that because, yeah, highest rated pony podcast in all of iTunes. Check it. Donators, I want to go ahead and thank Jay Davis and M. Dawson for donating across to us this week, giving us just a little bit of cash to recoup the crazies that we're going to be going through for this con, for upcoming ones, Nightmare Nights Dallas, everything. So many cons.
Gotta keep the train going.
So, yep, thank you all very, very much for that. You rock, woohoo. And it's getting close to one cool thing time, which, by the way, I need to remind Rommel and DJ that they both are going to need cool things to add in here.
I have found my cool thing.
Okay.
All right. I'll let Cider and I'll let you and Sandy go first. For
Cool.
This.
I'm going to defer to not do a pony one this week. Actually, I didn't know anything particularly awesome in pony to bring up. But I came across this. I didn't even know about this series, and then I saw it, and I thought, damn, this looks pretty cool. Let me go watch some Let's Plays. Oh, dude, these Let's Plays look even cooler. Kind of a Metroid-y platformer. What I'm talking about is Shantae, One Half Genie Hero. And that is a new game coming out by Way Forward. They have started up a Kickstarter. It currently has 4,720 backers, $180,000 pledged of the $400,000 goal, with 26 days left. And that is listed there. As I said, it is a platformer. It is, you upgrade, you go to town, you purchase things. So it's kind of like if you took a platformer and Metroid, smack them together, and you could go ahead and play that. And it is an established series. They're looking to put it on pretty much everything. And cute art style, and she looks like a genie.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was a really good, it wasn't a Game Boy Advance title or something back in the day.
It was actually considered pretty much the best Game Boy Advance title to get, and it was also one of the hardest to get.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Actually, their biggest pledge, if you pledge $10,000, they'll actually give you a factory sealed version of the Game Boy Color version.
Wow.
It's like, we found these when we were moving, so you get them. It's $10,000, but then you get everything else in the Kickstarter too. So
yeah, I have two cool things this week because one is an amusing response and one's actually pretty cool, and it's a Kickstarter. What do you know? So my first cool thing is Hot-Blooded Pinkie Pie responding to Smile HD, which is kind of my opinion of Smile HD. I thought it was kind of garbage. And the other cool thing is Mighty Number 9. Keiji Inafune is he's like, hey, Capcom, I want to do Mega Man. And they're like, no, people don't like Mega Man. And so he's like, screw you, I'll make my own Mega Man. Except it's not Mega Man, but it's like Mega Man. And so far, after 6 days, he has 31,398 backers and $1.8 million pledged towards a Mega Man-ish series. They were going to be doing Mac and Linux versions, a New Game Plus, making of documentary. And if they get 2.2 million, they're going to make digital downloads for the PS3, 360, and Wii U. And probably PS4. So, yeah. If you like Mega Man and old school hard games made by Keiji Inafune and his team of veteran Mega Man devs, maybe you should check that out. $20 gets you the game, and they have backings all the way up to, they have one that's $10,000, which is dinner with Keiji Inafune, and you don't get travel or lodging expenses, but you get to have dinner with him if you can make it out to Japan. Oh, these ridiculous Kickstarters.
Well, if you have $10,000 to blow on a Kickstarter, I'm sure you can afford a flight to Japan.
Yeah, pretty much. So, that's cool. There's my cool things for the week.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I got my cool thing. It's actually a piece of art, one from one of my favorite artists out in the fandom. Europa Maxima, if any of you have heard of him. I'm going to find the chat. Where's the chat window? Chat window! Where did you go? There it is. Yeah. Oops, wrong one. No, wait. I'm so bad. Gosh, this is not working. Okay.
Do the thing right.
There you go. Okay, I put it in the Skype chat. You can put it in the main chat.
Okay. So where's the thing?
Lauren Foss, the God Empress of Ponykind.
Oh boy.
Because I've gotten into 40K recently, about 6-8 months ago.
Say goodbye to your money.
I know. Well, here's the thing. I have been fervently avoiding actually purchasing any 40K figurines, but I have been checking out, varying bits of art, some of the books and novels, and I've been playing Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod Retribution quite religiously.
The original Dawn of War is really good too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It is really fun. I have played a little bit of Dark Crusade and a few other things, but it's definitely good. And I've been trying to find more Pony 40K crossover fix, but all of the ones that I do find, either they're incomplete or they haven't been updated in ages. It makes me sad.
All right, cool. Sorry, I was looking over some of the stuff that was listed on there, and also Mighty 9 looks mighty fine. So,
yes. Well, generally, it's just like Europa Maxima, awesome artist. Check out his stuff. You have everything from 40K to pirate crossovers to comic crossovers. So good stuff. But this picture in particular, my favorite. It's so good.
All right, excellent. So go ahead and check that. Calcos, what do you got?
All right, I have a YouTube video, but I urge people to check out the entire channel. The YouTube video is just, I think, my favorite example of the whole channel. I just put it in Skype. The channel is CGP Gray, spelled with an E. And the whole channel is really well edited, really well written discussions. Well, they're one-sided discussions about geography and politics, and it's never anything controversial. It's just stuff, really interesting stuff that people don't realize. Like the example video that I put in the Skype chat is actually a video in his Bizarre Border series, Part 2, about the border between Canada and the United States. Because there's a lot of really messed up things about the border between Canada and the United States. And it's presented in a very humorous, very lighthearted way. And all of the videos on his channel, he explains the Vatican City, he explains how to become the British monarch. He has a video about how pennies should be abolished from United States currency. He has a video about how to pronounce Uranus. It's all over the place, and it's fantastic. I'm a huge fan of his videos, and I urge everybody to go watch them.
So how do you pronounce Uranus?
Just like that.
Okay, good.
The most important question of the entire Bronyville podcast has been answered.
Yep.
From now till the end of time.
Yes.
Max Pro. All right, let's see. Let me check these. That is everyone. That is Sandy. I think that's the end of the show.
Oh man. Really?
I'm looking at the bottom of the dock. Now's the part where I talk about all the other stuff.
Oh wow.
So I guess that means that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's okay. We're over 2 hours.
Yeah, I guess so. That seems about right.
Not bad.
Yeah. I say about an average, maybe a little bit above average, though higher in the silly scale than normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is interesting considering that this was they had guests, like us as guests. I don't know. Usually our previous podcasts haven't been this super silly.
I don't know. I don't mind it.
Well, no, neither do I.
Silly is very marketable.
This is true.
Come be on this silly show that we had. All right. Well, let's go ahead and bring the show to a close so we can have silly after shows.
Yay.
Yay.
The after show is the best part of the show. If you're not on justin.tv/Bronyville podcast on noon Saturdays, you miss out. All right, well, let's go ahead. First off, I want to go ahead and thank our friends from Bronies for Good for stopping by. Thank you, Rommel and DJ, for allowing us to bask in your radiant warmth.
You are welcome.
Oh, no problem. Although my radiant warmth isn't all that radiant anymore.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Apple.
Apple.
Apple. You constantly call me DJ. Might as well call you Apple.
I know. I you know what the reason is because I worry. It's just like, is it Calcos? Is it Calcos? I just don't want to like muss that up too much.
It's the second one. It's Calcos.
Calcos. Listen, we have a guy, we have Pico Pie that sends emails into us, and I've spent weeks just calling him Pico. It's just one of those things, just like, all right, it's just DJ's easy. I can just say that.
No worries. I've run into very few Europeans and Australians that pronounce it Calcus. So.
Calcus is how they say it?
Yeah. If I'm talking to someone from Great Britain, they will almost always pronounce it Calcus to start.
Huh, interesting.
Always.
Interesting.
Well, thank you, Calcus and Rommel, for coming in and and joining us this week.
You can also say Rommel if you...
God, we're doing this! Okay, Rommel and... Rommel and Calcus, thank you both for coming in and trying to destroy my use of English language, which I have just the smallest grasp on to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming in and telling us about Bronies for Good and all the crazy you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, no problem. More than happy to.
All right, Sandy, you're a Thunderbringer.
Count on me.
I do, and I also count on all of our fans, be it those in the chat right now that I wave to with my wiggly fingers. Thank you all. Wiggle, wiggle fingers. Also, thanks to all of our listeners if they are listening on iTunes or downloading this podcast after the fact. We love you all, every single one of you. Yes, even you. I know. All right, well, this is what you can do if you don't know where to find our show thus far. You can go over to bronieshow.com or bronyvillepodcast.com. Email us at bronyville@gmail.com. Join us roughly every Saturday noon Pacific at justin.tv/bronyvillepodcast. iTunes reviews, we love them. Absolutely love them, and they keep us up there battling people like Night Vale and Kevin Smith and any other upstarts that think that they're going to take away from us. You can listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC, and we're also on Ponyville Live, by the way. And, oh, go ahead.
I said, yep.
Twitter, mine is at Bronyville.
Mine's at just Andy.
I am part of the meetup groups of Bronies of Northern California that look like they're about to do some tomfoolery convention-wise next year.
Oh, man.
I know. I heard about that. Going to try and get it to staff.
Yeah, they are. Or you're going to try and get on staff over with them?
Yeah.
All right. I might figure out if I might be needed as well, so we'll see. Oh boy, don't make me do it again. I can't be staff at a con again. No! Who are you with,
Don't
Sandy?
You know you want to do it.
Who are you?
I am the guy in charge of Bronies of North Texas.
Good deal. And conventions, I'm going to be at the Sac Brony Expo next week, as well as in November, there's going to be Nightmare Nights Dallas.
And next week, I'll be at Brony Fanfare in Austin, Texas, and also at Nightmare Nights Dallas.
Oh,
because if I'm not there, well, certain things have gone wrong.
Oh no, Sandy, we can't have that again. Not again.
You wouldn't have run to Mexico with a couple $100,000, would you?
Yes, I will not hop on my hover round with a giant burlap sack with a giant green cash symbol painted on it.
Yeah, I just imagine there's going to be a scene where M.A. Larson just jumps up behind you and says, like, we need to get in a car now. We're going to Tijuana.
Yeah.
No, please, actually, Sandy, that's an idea. You should do that anyway. Like, there's nothing in the sack. You should just get on it with a money sack and just run away going, bye, suckers!
I
got you!
Do it during the closing ceremonies. Just do it. Do it.
Yeah, if I had a hover round or anything like that, but I don't. So.
You know what? That would be something that'd be great to just, I swear, have M.A. Larson do that, because that would be something stupid he would totally be into. Just hand him a sack of money and tell him to run. Just not even a sack of money. It could just be filled with a pillow, but I don't care. Just a big money symbol and just say, we're going to give this to you. Just pretend you're taking the money and running. He'll probably get the joke.
All right.
Turn Sandy Con into Sandy Con. Oh no.
Oh no.
We need to end the show. Thank you everyone for attending Bronyville episode 122, either live or on your audio devices. We're going to be, next week we'll figure out what we're going to do. It's probably going to be a combination of some stuff that we are doing at our respective conventions for those weekends. So 123 might be a little weird. But you know what? Till then, sleep well, every pony.
Adios.
Bye.
All right. Hit the button.